everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing well. So in today's video, I'm going to be sitting down to test out the James Charles eye brush set. This is what it looks like. It's a really cute case. Now, I get so many questions, so many DMs, so many comments asking me what is one perfect brush set that you would recommend. And if I had one perfect brush set, I would have already told you by now, but I use so many different brushes from so many sets at a time. It is ridiculous. There's at least, I want to say, 10 different eye brush sets in this little jar right here, or in this brush holder rather. Like, it is insane. Also, if you want to know where to get these brush holders from, they are from Shayla's Goodies on Instagram. They are so beautiful. Love them. Obviously, the same goes with face brushes as well. These are so many different face brushes. It's just... But when I saw that Kiss and Makeup finally restocked the James Charles eye brush set, I was like, okay, I need to finally get my hands on it. I tried getting it about maybe 2 months ago before lockdown, or just as lockdown began, and it sold out so fast. So I was like, okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the brushes. And obviously, in James Charles fashion, we're going to be creating a makeup look using the James Charles mini palette. Since these were launched together, I thought how fitting. I mean, how obsessed am I with the James Charles palette? So obsessed that the full-size version is in my professional makeup kit, and I just spent a good amount of coin on this brush set. Thanks, James. I'm a little broke now, thanks James. So this is what the tubby case looks like. All the brushes do come individually packaged. This is what they look like. Really nice. What's also nice is these are perfect for travel, so you could either have these on your vanity sitting like this, or you could travel with these as well. And I do travel quite a bit for work every now and again, so this is going to be a good set to carry with me when I need to travel for work. Okay, so I did go onto the Morphe website earlier on, and I just screenshot the descriptions of all of the brushes just so that we more or less know what they are made for and we can use them for the intended purpose. So these have numbers on them. Okay, so first is the Morphe M441 blending brush. This is what it looks like. This says that it is a popular blending brush powerhouse. It has a round brush head and it's perfect for seamless transitions. Wow, okay, we love that. Obviously, it's a bit flat now because these brushes are still new. And most of these have like a beautiful matte black finish on the handle. Then we have the E62 angled nose contouring brush. This is what this brush looks like. I do use a brush similar to this to contour my nose that Switch Beauty used to have, but they've actually discontinued this now, which I'm really excited to actually have this back. You could also use this for packing on color, and it's great for blending overall, whether it's just the nose or the eyeshadow. By the way, the M441 is a natural hair brush. The E62 is a synthetic hair brush. This M433, which is James's like favorite brush, this is natural as well, and this is more tapered. This says it's a crease blending made easy thanks to this fluffy yet firm brush. So this almost has like a little bit of a pinch, and you're able to pack on color and blend as well with this brush. So this is the M433. Okay, next we have the M506. This is the tapered mini blending brush. This is what it looks like. It says that it is natural fiber. It says the small and mighty tapered brush is great for controlled blending in the outer V, which is great. We always need a nice tiny brush like this. Okay, so next is the Morphe M166. So this is a perfectly shaped oval brush, and this is meant to pack on color on the inner and outer corners of the eye, as well as to pack on color after you've cut your crease, which is quite nice as well. Okay, next we have the Morphe M124 brush. This is the firm shadow brush. This is made up of natural and synthetic hairs, and this is meant for putting on highlighter on the brow bone, or packing on color for a killer sunset. That is what the description says. So I assume like getting really nice and compact, like in the center of the lid, putting product on the brow bone. This is actually such a nice small brush as well, especially if you have small eyelids. This would work great. Okay, then we also have the Morphe M152 brush. This is very similar to the 124, but it is slightly a bit fluffier. This is called the medium chisel fluff brush. Oh my god, all of these names. This is natural hair. This is a fluffy brush, and it's used for blending eyeshadows on the lower lash line, which is great. We always need brushes for the lower lash line. I'm kind of used to using my blending brush on the lower lash line, but if you are a beginner and if you're very specific in color placement, you may benefit from this brush quite a bit. Okay, next we have the M508. This is the smudger brush. This is made out of natural hairs. Some lines are worth the wait, it says. Like the smoked out lines you'll create with this natural smudger brush. So this is for obviously smudging. You can smudge on the top lash line, on the lower lash line, whatever sort of suits your fancy. Okay, then we have the M410. This is a concealer brush. This is a flat concealer brush. It is straight edged and it's amazing for cleaning up your brows with concealer. Really like this. It actually feels really good as well. It's going to be perfect for really chiseling out the brows. I also like that it's a lot more tapered than most concealer brushes. Okay, next we have the by the way, the last brush I spoke about was synthetic, the concealer brush. Next we have the M158. This is also a synthetic brush, and it has a really nice angle brush on the one end and a spoolie on the other side, and it comes with like this covering which really helps protect the bristles as well. So this is really nice, and it says that this is synthetic. It says meet the perfect power couple for your fierce eyes and most bomb brows yet. Yeah, so this would be perfect for drawing on wings and also filling in the brows. Okay, so then we have the M224. This is the oval camouflage brush, and this is supposed to be for full-on concealing power and cutting the crease. So really excited to use this. Okay, then we have the M456. This is the mini firm blending brush. This is made out of natural hairs, and it says this petite brush is great for detailed blending work and babes who have smaller eyes. So this is really handy for just detail blending and also babes who have smaller eyes. We love people and brushes that accommodate smaller eyes. Okay, and lastly we have the M250 brush. This is the detailed liner brush. This is synthetic, and it says if you love a good winged eyeliner, you're definitely going to love this because it gives you total control. This is really nice and tiny, I feel like, and this will also be perfect for like drawing on freckles. So I think if anything, I'm more excited to have this teeny tiny brush for drawing on freckles. Okay, so now that we have spoken about all the brushes, I really thought it was important to go through all of the brushes and their descriptions, just so that if you guys are looking for anything in specific, you kind of know what is in this collection. So let's hop on to the eyes. I'm gonna bring you guys in a little closer. Okay, so I completely forgot, and I already primed my lids with my P. Louise eyeshadow base, but I'm gonna be taking this M224 brush, and I'm just going to blend out this eyeshadow base. I think this would also be perfect for applying eyeshadow base as well, not only cutting the crease. Okay, so I saw this eye makeup look from the P. Louise Makeup Academy. This is quite an old post, but I really like this eye makeup look, and I think it's really going to allow us to really just use these brushes to the full potential, because I also want to do that white liner vibe, but with the P. Louise eyeshadow base. Okay, obviously I don't have the exact same colors in this post, but we're gonna make do with what we have. And the first shade I'm gonna go in with is Escape, which is this purple shade right here. And I want to pack on color, so we're gonna go for the M166, which is supposed to be good for packing. Just gonna pack this on the inner corner of the eye. Just like halfway through. Okay, then I'm gonna use the same brush, just like dust it off on a tissue. Ooh, my eye looks so weird right now. Okay, then we're gonna take the shade Cola, which is this one right here. It's like a dark blue. And I'm just going to pack it on the outer half of my eye. This does a great job at packing. I like the fact that it's quite easy to use as well, because I had a little bit of fallout, like just on the inner part of this area right here. My English, wow. But like the blue is not falling down. Okay, so far so good. That is looking great. Next we're gonna go in with a pink. I'm gonna go in with the shade Skip, and I'm gonna take this on the M506 brush, and I'm just gonna use it to blend out this purple. I can already tell you guys I'm going to love using this brush. I have the Sigma, what is this brush called? This is the Sigma E36 blending brush, and I have been using this so frequently because I really love how tiny it is. But you guys, this is a lot more affordable as opposed to the Sigma one. And it does the job pretty good as well. Now that we have blended that out, again, I'm going to use a paper towel. You always want to use a paper towel or a tissue or something, because it's going to get that pigment off way better than if you use a wet wipe or something wet. I'm going to go in with the shade Playground, which is this light blue right here, and we're going to use that to blend out that Cola shade. I have to say, what I really enjoy about using smaller detailed brushes is that you really get to apply and blend specifically and more detailed, which is great. Especially when you're doing colorful looks, you really want that ability to like just put the color there and have it stay there, as opposed to like going everywhere, if that makes sense. Also, this blending brush makes it so that I don't have to go in with another blending brush and go back and forth to just blend everything together. But with that being said, since we do have a fluffy blending brush, which we might not entirely get to use, I'm just going to be taking the M441 brush, just going to go back and forth on my brow bone just to kind of get the feel of this brush as well. Quite decent, very nice and fluffy. It also is slightly tapered, which I feel like gives you that really nice seamless blend as well. Okay, so now we more or less want to do this situation on the lower lash before we go in and sort of clean up the eye. So I'm gonna go in with the M152 brush. This is like the lower lash line blender brush, but maybe we should go on with the smudger brush first, just so that we can pack on that color. I'm gonna take the same shades and pack on my lower lash line. Okay, so now that we have those colors down there, I'm gonna go in with the, by the way, this is the smudger M508. Then I'm gonna go in with the fluffy blending brush for the lower lash line. This is the M152. Wow, all of these brush names are exhausting to remember. But I'm gonna take that pink shade called Skip, and I'm lightly gonna blend this under that purple. Okay, really like this brush. Okay, dusting off my brush, going in with the blue, the Playground shade. And then I'm gonna go back into our M441 blending brush, and I'm just gonna make sure everything is blended nice and seamlessly. Okay, so far so good. I'm really enjoying these brushes, and also this eye look. Looks so good. It's been a while since I played with some color. Okay, so next I'm going to go in with my P. Louise eyeshadow base. This is in the shade Rumor 2. Just going to squeeze some on the back of my hand. And we first want to go in, and we're not really doing anything detailed. We kind of want to create like a spotlight on the lid, but we also don't want it to go up too high because we're going to create that graphic liner sort of situation. So for this, I'm going to be going back into this oval concealer brush. This is the M224. And I'm just going to be patting on some color. Just a little bit. This brush actually is so... I was a bit skeptical when I first read that this one could be like used for cutting the crease, but when it has product on it, it actually is so nice and dense and like firm, and like it just packs on this base so beautifully. I think because of the synthetic fibers, like it's just it's doing the most right now, which I really love. I'm gonna go back into my M506, and I'm gonna take a little bit of this pink on this inner part of the halo. Just lightly applying that. And then I'm gonna take some of that playground shade and place that on the other corner. That looks so pretty. Okay, then we're gonna take the M124 brush, which is meant for highlighting and that spotlight smoky eye situation. What shade do we want to go in with? Let's try decisions. Okay, I think I want to go in with Ring Light, which is this one right here, and we're gonna apply this just to the center of the lid. Oh man, okay, yeah, this works really beautifully for just... I feel like this is also the perfect size for just getting that spotlight eye. Okay, so next we're gonna go in with that graphic liner situation. So I'm gonna be using the detail liner brush. This is the M50 brush. And again, I'm gonna be taking P. Louise eyeshadow base. I didn't breathe there. Did you guys breathe? So you guys can see how nice and detailed this liner is actually turning out. I could, if I loosened up the pressure on my hand, even if my hand wasn't so shaky, I probably could get a thinner line. But this is just really so... like, that's the look I was going for, you know? Guys, don't let anybody fool you. Graphic liners take the most out of you. Oh my god. Also, what's nice about these brushes and how nice and tiny they are is if you make a mistake, I'm going to go back in with the smudger one. And I'm just going to take some product and just add it to my little mistake. You see how nicely that just fixes that up, which is great. Okay, so we need to set this liner into place. Just because it's the eyeshadow base, it will dry down, but I want to kind of add some vibrancy to it. So I'm going to take this shade right here called Flashback. And I'm going to be taking this angled liner brush. This is the M158. And just setting this base into place. Okay, and that is for the most part the eye makeup look. I do want to go in and highlight my inner tear ducts. So I'm just going to take the same brush that we used to spotlight highlight, and I'm just going to take the shade Face, which is like this slightly more goldeny eyeshadow. Let me show you guys. It's this one right here. Okay, so that is the finished eye makeup look. I'm gonna go ahead off of camera, put on some eyelashes and finish off my lips, and I'll be right back. Okay, you guys, so I just finished my makeup off of camera. I'm wearing the Hebe Beauty lashes from the summer collection in the style Cherry, my favorite. Or is it Grape? Hold on, I think it's Grape. Grape. My bad, it's not Cherry. And this is supposed to be my favorite lash and I can't even remember the name. Okay, so anyway, I would just like to say to you guys that I only used I was gonna say 4 brushes. No, I didn't. So I actually used 9 brushes in total on this eye makeup look. I haven't used these 4, like the concealer brush for under the eyebrows, because I already did that prior. So I guess I would have used 10 brushes in total. But yeah, let me just give you guys a rundown on this brush set and what I think of these brushes using them for the first time today. I would say there are some Morphe brushes like the brush set, what do you call it? The eye brush set that is 600 Rand with the pouch. Now, I do like these brushes, but I find that sometimes they are a little bit scratchy and a little bit pokey. I'm not too stressed though, because I'm really not fussy, but I've just noticed the quality difference between these brushes and these brushes. So I have a few of these. They are a little bit pokey. They are nice tiny like highlighter brushes for like your inner corners and stuff, but I feel like this brush set, I probably would have to say hands down, this is probably one of my favorite eye brush sets that I've used thus far. I'm not just saying this because James Charles's name is on it. I'm saying this out of just pure enjoyment of using these brushes. They are so soft. They're definitely a lot more, I want to say, premium quality as opposed to some of the other sets that have like no numbers and stuff like that. I guess that's how it differs. You're better off buying like the individual brushes and stuff like that, or the brushes that actually have numbers on them. I do believe these are all pre-existing brushes in the Morphe collection, so I'm really excited to just play around with these more, really, you know, get really into these ones as well. So in total, this is a 13-piece brush set. Obviously, if you count the spoolie, it is 14 pieces, but we won't count the spoolie. Okay, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of this brush set. So I paid 1,000 Rand for this brush set. Now for me, somebody who loves makeup, this is definitely an investment, and if you divide the cost between these brushes, let's check our maths real quick, divided by 13, you're basically paying 76 Rand per brush, which, if you think about it, is really not that expensive. This is a really good quality brush set. I would suggest to you guys that it's either you buy the single brushes, which may cost you a lot less, or buy the case. I feel like these are functional brushes. Like, I'm definitely going to reach for this set a lot more often. It was easy to work with. It didn't scratch my eyes. It didn't poke my eyes. It was just so effortless to work with. Usually blending this type of eyeshadow would take me maybe twice as long as it took me today. So I have to say, really, really love this brush set. I spent my own money on it, and I have to say it was worth it. It was so worth it, just like how buying the full size and the mini of the James Charles palette was so worth it. I mean, we shouldn't expect anything less from James Charles, but guys, this brush set is just, I love it so much. I wish I had the money to buy like the big tubby case, but have you all seen people resell that thing? Like, the price is just a good few thousands. It's really crazy. But yeah, Kiss and Makeup was the cheapest reseller I was able to find these brushes for. A lot of other resellers are selling it for 1,000 too. She was selling it for 1,000. A lot of other people are selling it for like 1,500. It just depends like which reseller it is and all of that stuff. But Kiss and Makeup is always my go-to for affordable international brands, and I've bought my James Charles from her. I've bought my recent Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from her. Really decently priced, not bad at all. not steep at all. So yeah, I have to say I have no regrets purchasing this brush set. I thought to myself, why am I even purchasing a brush set when I know I have so many brushes? But I can hands down right now say, if there's one brush set I could recommend to you guys for the eyes, because for the face, still haven't come across that. If there's one brush set for the eyes I could recommend to you guys, it would definitely be the James Charles eye brush set. This is such a decent set. You can create a variation of eye makeup looks with this set as well. And yeah, overall, I love it. So yeah, this is actually my second time purchasing Morphe brushes, and I have to say I definitely think the more cheaper brush sets are cheaper for a reason. I definitely would say rather get these brushes that have like the numbers on them. I feel like they're a lot more better quality. They're not as scratchy on the eye. And yeah, that is it for this video. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, like, and comment, and share with all of your friends and family. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to slay all day, every day with and without makeup, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Bye bye.